And we are back into the Wells Fargo Arena. We are ready for weight class 113 pounds as we will have Patrick Woods from West Delaware taking on Brock Rathbun from Center Point Urbana. Mat number 5, and what a match this is going to be between these two Walmart Conference opponents.
Jamie, this match has me sweating already. I tell you what, I've just got that anticipation for a great match here, and it's going to be a good one. And it's going to be the ability of Patrick Woods to weather this first period storm. Again, this was a scoreless match with about 20 seconds left in the first period. Woods made an attempt at a shot, and Rathbun caught him with a headlock. So we'll see if Patrick Woods, Jamie, it's all about wrestling your style, dictating the tempo here, and Patrick Woods has to get after it. If he wants to repeat as a two-time state champ, he's got to get through Rathbun. And we are underway. Rathbun very physical. He's done a little bit of work on spent some time in the weight room, it appears. We mentioned that at the WAMAC. Front headlock now by Woods. Textbook move, and Rathbun has been working on countering that front headlock. Woods has that front headlock in deep. Let's see if he can set that up for a 2-point takedown. That would be huge. Woods was not in this position the first time they met. Woods trying to cut the corner to the left side of Rathbun. Rathbun staying square on Woods. Nobody does the front headlock better than Patrick Woods. He's got his head in the hole. Rathbun doing a good job scoring him off. 123, we're going to get a stalemate, and back to our feet we go. Coach Jeff Voss and Mitch Payton in the corner for the Hawks. Scotty Slifka for the Center Point Urbana Storm and Pointers. We talked about the quality of wrestling in the WAMAC. We've got an outstanding quarterfinal right here. Again, 1 and 2, Woods and Rathbun. Woods very methodical to start this match. Rathbun staying in that square stance. As Zach, he did go down to one knee. We've seen that quite a bit through the course of the tournament so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see Patrick Woods get on the offense. I think if he puts a lot of pressure on him, gets him uncomfortable like we talked about yesterday, Patrick Woods can have a great outcome in this match.
Staggered stance now by Woods, square stance by Rathbun. It's been all Woods so far, but no points to show for it. Rathbun now trying to work the head of Woods, and Woods is going to a staggered stance, leading with that left leg. Rathbun leading with his right leg. 39 seconds left to go. Woods winning by a fall in his first round yesterday over Kyle Anderson from Washington to put him in this position. 31 seconds left. Again, short time left to go in the period. There's a long double by Rathbun, is in deep. Scramble situation by Woods. Let's see if he can hang on here. 21 seconds. Woods is going to roll out, and let's see if he can roll out of this without Rathbun scoring any points. Good job by Woods. He's got the right leg of Rathbun cinched up. Quarter Nelson now by Rathbun. Woods can pull his head out of here. He can score 2. Rathbun looking for a 2-point takedown out of it. 5 seconds left to go. 3 seconds left to go. Rathbun's trying to get his head out of it, or Woods trying to get his head out of it. We're going to the second period scoreless, and it's going to be Rathbun's choice. Going to be Woods' choice. He's got the red leg bands on, it appears. I'm not sure, I couldn't see the color, but Woods is going to go down. Yeah, Jamie, good strategy for Woods?
Well, that was a good scramble there at the end of that period. It looked for a second there like Patrick Woods is going to be in a world of hurt and in big trouble there at the end of that period, giving up those late points, but he did a great job scrambling, got himself in a position where he almost came up with a takedown.
Again, goose eggs up on the board, second period, 1:45 left to go. Woods chose down to start the second period. He's got to get going. Rathbun up on top, riding parallel, tight waist down inside wrist by Rathbun. He's got the left wrist of Woods tied up, and he's going to try to tilt Woods. Woods does a nice job keeping his chest down. Rathbun trying to put a cross body right in. He's got a cross body right in on the left side of Woods right now. Comes with a cross face from left to right. 1:21 left to go. Woods has got to score points in this period right here. He did win the second and the third period at the WAMAC 3-1 after going down 5-0. I tell you what, he's got to get going right here. 1:08 left to go. Rathbun up on top, riding a hard tight waist. Tight waist chop, tight waist with the right. There's a tilt attempt by Rathbun. Boy, that was close to giving up points. 1,001 count there. He's got a tight waist tilt. Woods is going to try to roll out of it. Let's see if Woods can hit a switch there. Oh boy, that was close. He didn't get a hip heist there. That would have been huge. That would have been 2-2. But Rathbun, give the sophomore from Center Point credit there from getting out of that scramble. 42 seconds left. Rathbun still on top of Woods. Woods got to switch position, just couldn't quite get his hip heist in, Zach.
It was real close. we talked about those tilts earlier. If a guy that's able to roll through those, it's a put guys in tough positions. That's what Patrick Woods didn't quite get his hips on top. Could have had big points right there.
20 seconds left to go, and that was the door that was open momentarily. 15 seconds left to go. Rappin up on top. Let's get a stalling call on Rappin. He's got the hips of Woods tied up. He's got a high figure 4 thigh ride on the left leg of Patrick Woods, and Rappin's going to own this period. No points scored by either wrestler, and it's going to be Rappin's choice right now. So Woods on top, Rappin's going to go down, and it's still 0-0. Third period, again, the match is everything we thought it would be and more. There's the set. Rappin going to come to a standing, to a switch attempt. Woods is going to go to a Turk. Let's see if he can take it. He's got that Turk. There's points. There's near full points. Patrick Woods has Rappin on his back with a Turk, and he's going to pick up 3, and he's going to hold Rappin. Boy, just sit there and burn some clock, Patrick Woods.
About a minute 41.
A minute 41. Hold it there. Squeeze it there.
Don't
Stick
get too
Rappin
high.
on his back. Settle in right there, Patrick Woods. He's got a Turk in. He's got it in deep. He went cross-face from left to right, and he's got the shoulder posted. He could get a fall here. Again, settle in, and Rappin's going to roll off. Woods is going to reload it, though. He can burn a lot of clock right there. Pinning combination for Woods.
The coaches just want him to sit.
Yeah, you just
sit right there.
That's right, Jamie Vask. He's got that Turk locked up.
But Patrick Woods wants the points here.
3-0. Woods lead now with a minute left in the match. And now you got to keep the pressure on right here.
He's got that wing.
He's got a wing hooked up on the left side. That's right, Zach McCool. Textbook Patrick Woods match. 54 seconds left. Come on, clock. Speed it up now. We're going to get one. You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. They warned Patrick Woods for stalling up on top. You've got to be kidding me. He's got a chicken wing and trying to get off the hips of Rappin to run the wing, and we get called for stalling, and that's going to be a stalling call. There's a switch attempt by Rappin. 43 seconds left to go. Rappin's going to try to cut the corner on Woods. Woods is going to try to keep that left foot of Rappin corralled. 33 seconds left to go. There's a 2-point reversal now by Rappin. 3-2 now. We might see Rappin let. We're going to get a stalemate. Holy mackerel.
We got to get
Mr.
going.
Official.
We got to get going. We got a stall call here. He's still got 23 seconds left. He's got to get going.
Rappin's going to cut Woods loose. It's 4-2 now. After Patrick Woods, you got to tie wrists up. Woods has been warned for stalling. 18 seconds. You got to tie a wrist up, Patrick Woods. 15 seconds left to go. Circle, Patrick Woods. There's a shot by Rappin. He's in deep. Nice down block. 5 seconds left to go. Rappin's going to spike the heel. 4 seconds left to go. Come on, clock. They give him 2. They give him 2. Unbelievable call by official. Unbelievable call. Now we got to go overtime. 4-4. Unbelievable. Rappin in on a double as he cut Woods loose. Now Woods is going to have to go to work on a takedown here. 55 seconds left to go. Woods in deep on the shot. There's a 2-point shot. Rappin's going to win the match. Rappin's going to come from behind, win the match. Holy smokes, you guys. Holy smokes. That. I don't like that call one bit. I tell you what, unbelievable match. Unbelievable match. They never said anything about officiating, but you know what? That official took that right out. Zach and Jamie. Woods had a chicken wing locked up trying to get off the hips of Rappin, and you get called for stalling, and you give Rappin a restart. You've got to be kidding me right there.
He had him flat on his belly. He had him done for the rest of that match after putting him on his back, and you get a stall call and a restart there, and that's never good with a referee coming into that match.
Holy cow, let the guy settle it. You got a chicken wing, you got an inside wrist, you're trying to get off the legs. Rappin's tying Woods' feet up so he can't get off the legs, and wow. Well, we've got to recover because we're going to mat number 5, Jamie. We've got Sam Phillips. Wow, so Patrick Woods, his dream of a repeat. a 6-4 overtime loss. There will be a lot of discussion about that. But now we've got Sam Phillips up. But still, with 10 seconds left to go in the match, you got to be able to tie up Rathman's hands, Zach. You got to be able to. You got the lead 4-3. You got to be able to tie him up and keep him. Take a stalling call there and go 4-3.
Yep.
Don't give him the opportunity to get the 2.
Exactly. With 13 seconds left in that match, you definitely got to get away from there. You have another stall call to go. You got to get away from him. I thought he still had the whizzer in there at the end of that match instead of getting 2, and so. But we'll move on from that match. We'll get on to Sam Phillips. Hopefully we get that stop of losing matches here.
Well, Sam Phillips with a 2-point takedown on Parker Withune from Roland Story. Story City is a junior at 31-7. Sam Phillips coming in at 39-4. Phillips winning his first match by fall yesterday in 4:28. Nice 2-point go behind on Withune. Phillips is in a nice side of the bracket. He gets through this bracket at 126. He's got an opportunity. He's got an opportunity to continue going. Now, he might have a semifinal match with Brady Jennings from Osage, who's a junior at 40-3. Phillips doing a nice job with a hard crossface, trying to work a crossface cradle on Withune. Withune has a heavily bandaged left shoulder, so I'm not sure what the report is there, but Phillips doing a nice job riding the inside wrist on the right side, trying to set up a Turk, or trying to set up a wing on the right side. He's got a wing loaded up, wing with an inside wrist, and let's see if he can run this for some points. Now claw ride by Phillips as Withune gets up to all fours. Nice chop by Phillips. 33 seconds left to go in this first period. Sam Phillips, the outstanding senior for West Delaware, up by a score of 2-0. Nice hard crossface by Phillips from right to left, and he's going to load up a crossface cradle. Try to load up a crossface cradle. Good hand control by Withune underneath. 14 seconds left to go, and we're going to get stalling against the bottom guy. I would have liked to seen that in the last match instead of stalling on Patrick Woods, but we're going to get stalling on the bottom guy, Withune. And that's going to do it for the first period. Nice period for Sam Phillips. He's up 2-0. And it's going to be Withune's choice. He's going to defer over to Phillips, and Phillips is going to choose down. Phillips gets up, bouncing back and forth. He's got to get a little giddy up in his step. He's got some giddy up in his step. Here's the whistle for the second period. Nice stand up by Phillips. Lift and return by Withune. Phillips is going to reload that stand-up. Now an inside stand-up. Here comes a cross-body ride by Withune on the right side of Phillips. And Phillips is going to have to do some work countering the legs of this junior from Roland Story, the Norseman, north and west of Ames a little bit. Hard leg by Withune. Cross-body ride on the right side. He's going to try to scoop the left arm of Sam Phillips. Phillips doing a nice job keeping that left shoulder down. We're going to get a stalemate.
Alan Bestie to the head table, please.
All right, here we go. All right, minute and a half left. Phillips has got to get going here. He's got to score some points. Nice stand-up by Phillips, working some hand control. Lift and return attempt by Withune. Nicely countered by Phillips. There's a hip heist by Phillips as the leg comes in again. And Zach, once again, you're wrestling the legger. You got to create some distance with your hips.
Roger, right there when he stood up to his feet there, he didn't get his hips away. You know, you always get to your feet. You got to get your hips away, not into a legger. And that's all you can have to do is have him roll back. Sit you on your butt here for cheap tilts from feet to back here. So Sam Phillips, once he gets to his feet, he's got to get his hips away.
Just about right there. Phillips gave up a 1,001 count to Withune. Now Withune a hard crossface from right to left. He's got Phillips tied up momentarily. Phillips trying to work some hand control. Withune trying to load up a crossface cradle. Sam Phillips has got to work some hand control here. 39 seconds left. Phillips trying to get his head and chest up. Withune draped over the hips of Sam Phillips, doing a good job keeping his hips down to the mat. 30 seconds left to go. Phillips took down to start the second period. So again, if you're going to take down Zach, you got to score points in this period. Now we're going to get warning on green. That's got to be Phillips. You got to be kidding me, you guys. You got to be kidding me. Guy riding a cross body ride, and you're going to warn the bottom guy for stalling.
And he was up in his base. He was squaring his base, getting up, working up, not just laying there. We haven't seen very good officiating so far this morning.
It's been very questionable here, and I'm telling you what, let the guys wrestle, let the guys settle it out on the mat. It's going to be Wathoon's choice, and he's going to go neutral. This bodes well for Sam Phillips. Surprised Wathoon didn't go back up on top there, Zach. But he's got to try to score some points. He couldn't turn Phillips. All right, Sam Phillips. There's a nice throw by Phillips. He's going to pick up two. 2-point takedown by Phillips. Wathoon came with a collar tie, and Phillips hit him with a throw by and picked up the two. Here comes the legs by Phillips now. Tripod stand up by Wathoon. Phillips has him stretched out now. What is power half Nelson? Wathoon's he's got that heavily bandaged left shoulder, and Sam Phillips went to work on a power half Nelson right there, and Wathoon he's got that shoulder taped up, and it's taped up all the way across his shoulder blades and around his midsection. Sam Phillips put the cross body right in, and then went with a power half Nelson, and was cranking a lot of pressure on that left shoulder. So we'll see if Parker Wathoon can continue. Got 2 minutes of injury time, and Wathoon looks like he's going to get up and shake it off. Maybe that was an ouch just to get to take that power half Nelson out. 140, and Wathoon shakes that left shoulder a little bit. Sam Phillips bouncing back and forth, up and down, leads 4-0. 140 left to go in this match. Going to be a caution against Phillips. And Wathoon set. And Phillips is going to ride the right side. There's a deep waist, far ankle, drives Wathoon forward. There's a deep waist, chop, inside wrist now by Phillips on the right side of Wathoon. And Phillips is going to try to load up a bar. I think Zach got to go back to work on that left arm.
Oh, absolutely. When you see a kid bandaged up like that, you have to put some pressure and put some pain into that. There's a reason why that's bandaged up. You never want to hurt somebody on purpose, but at the same time is putting somebody in discomfort to get better turns. That's what you got to do.
There's a long switch on the whistle by Wathoon, and he's going to pick up a 2-point reversal. Now 1:13 left to go in the match. Sam Phillips has been warned for stalling, so you got to get going here. As Wathoon throws a cross body right back in on the right side, and I don't see any evidence of that shoulder hurting right now, Zach, as he's going to work on the left side of Sam Phillips with a power half Nelson. Phillips now on all fours. Wathoon with the cross body right on the right. He scoops the left elbow, and we're going to get a stalemate.
Roger, he's got to be careful here. I think this officiating, he wants to call. This official wants to call. I think stalling. He gave him the first one a stalemate. I think the second one's going to be a ding once he gets in that cross body ride, which I don't think's right when a kid's riding cross body.
There's Phillips to his feet,
hips away,
and now here comes Wathoon. Put a cross body right in from the standing position. Hook the left leg of Phillips. Phillips now trying to get to his feet, and Wathoon not doing anything with the cross body right. 28 seconds now. Sam Phillips 28 seconds away from advancing to the semis. 4-2 is the score, and the referee's talking to Sam Phillips. But again, Wathoon's got a cross body right in parallel. Wathoon should be called for stalling up on top. 11 seconds left to go. Phillips underneath. Inside wrist now by Wathoon. 7 seconds now. There's a 1-point escape by Phillips. And he's going to win this match 5-2. Sam Phillips will win this match 5-2. And he will advance to the semis later tonight. Outstanding job there, Jamie. Westell were 1-1. And we've got Cody Neighbor coming up on mat number 5.
I believe Brady Jennings from Osage is winning 5-1 right now on mat number 7, who Sam Phillips would have in the semifinals.
Okay, Brady Jennings taking on Caleb Coleman from Bondurant Farrar. Well, we've got Cody Neighbor up on mat 5, gentlemen, having a sensational year. He's going to be taking on Kieran Roebuck from Knoxville, who's a senior at 37-6. So a Neighbor trying to punch his ticket to the semifinals. And in the hole, waiting on deck, is Chase Straw from Independence. So bang, 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 guys. We knew it was going to be that way this morning, Jamie. A lot of emotion, a lot of fight, and just some crazy matches.
Oh, there is, and you got these kids that are, they're at that point now where you got to leave everything out there because dreams of being state champions really can die right here in this round. They can die in any round, but you got to leave it all out there and keep yourself on the front side. And by doing that, like you said, you got to leave it all out on the mat, and it just first couple matches were tough to watch.
Oh, they were. That first one, again, we're going to talk about that for 364 days. 119, Neighbor was in on a deep shot and nicely countered by Kieran Roebuck as he latched onto the top of, he draped himself over the top of Cody Neighbor and grabbed both ankles. No wrestler could improve their position, so we got a good stalemate called there. 103 left to go. I like that shot of Neighbor out early, Zach, being aggressive.
Hey, you can't slow things down in this match. Can't slow the pace down. Keep after it.
There's Roebuck in on a low single on Cody Neighbor. Neighbor's draped himself over the top of Roebuck now. No points yet. Roebuck belly down. Hard crossface by Neighbor. We'll see if he can work himself out. We're going to get another stalemate with 39 seconds left to go. And back to action. Sweep single now by Roebuck. Tell you what, Cody Neighbor's feet have been in quicksand so far as Roebuck went back to back, but now a scramble situation by Neighbor. He rolls through the bottom. He grabs that inside ankle of Roebuck, and he pulls himself through the legs of Roebuck. Now out on top. Let's see if he can turn chest down. And with 12 seconds left to go, Neighbor's trying to pick up two here and some back. No points yet. There's a 2-point takedown now by Neighbor. Questionable 2-point, but he'll take it. As time expires, that's going to do it. 2-point takedown, and our Knoxville coaching staff can't believe it either.
No, Cody Neighbor right there did a very nice job of scrambling in that situation. Roebuck was in on a deep shot. Looked like he was going to finish it, and then just spun out and rolled through.
Roebuck will choose down to start the second period and attempts a switch on the whistle. And a nice sag by Neighbor as he counters the switch. And now Neighbor riding parallel, tight waist with the left, head lever, trying to set up that head lever on the right side of Roebuck. Kieran Roebuck from Knoxville. Again, a senior at 37-6. He got to this position with a win over Joey Huntington from Creston. So a good wrestler in his own right is Roebuck. So Neighbor will have his hands full. Here's that long switch again by Roebuck. Neighbor trying to high leg over. I'll tell you what, he's going to get himself in trouble here. Roebuck's going to pull himself out the backside. Cody Neighbor hanging on to the right ankle. Now you got to get your head and hips up. Neighbor still in control here. He's got an opportunity. Well, they gave Roebuck 2 for a reversal.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sure where that call came from.
How?
But that's a scramble situation. There's no control. Neighbor now should have 2 and back right there. Roebuck's going to roll through. Scramble situation. They gave Roebuck 2 already, so if Neighbor goes to his back, the referee could start counting back points. We are tied up at 2 apiece here. 45 seconds left to go in the second period. Now Neighbor's got his head up between the legs of Roebuck, and he dumps Roebuck to his right hip. Neighbor's got to pop his head out and then cover the hips up. Neighbor's got to get his head out from between the legs of Roebuck, and now you're going to get a stalemate. And Roebuck is going to be up. 31 seconds left. Second period, we're at deuces straight across the board. Second period, the score is 2-2. And Cody Neighbor, Zach, doesn't look like he and are going to be potentially dangerous. I'll tell you what, that upset the Knoxville coaches.
He looked like
that
he
would
was
upset you too if you were wrestling.
Yes, exactly.
You got a chicken wing and you're driving that, and referee's going to call that for potentially dangerous. 17 seconds left. Cody Neighbor has no giddy up right now as he is belly down in the center of the mat. Roebuck has applied all the force with an inside wrist. And we're going to go to the third period, and we're tied up at deuces. So Cody Neighbor has some work to do. And he's going to go down. He's got to move from here. Here we go. Third period, 2 for Roebuck, 2 for Neighbor. Neighbor's going to go down, and Zach McCool, he has got to get moving. That head of Neighbor is pasted to the mat. Anytime the head stays down, you are in some serious trouble.
Yeah, especially when it's a 2-2 match. You wouldn't think that a kid's head would be on the mat acting like he's getting beat right now. Cody Neighbor's got to do something to get off the bottom, get his head off the mat.
1:36 left to go. Neighbor now trying with an outside stand-up, trying to get up on Roebuck, and Roebuck drives Neighbor back down to the mat. Now an inside wrist by Roebuck. Cody Neighbor's got to watch it here. He's going to get dinged for stalling. Here's a cradle attempt by Roebuck. I think he's got it locked up. A far side cradle by Roebuck. Neighbor's got to be very careful here. Now Neighbor back to his feet. He's got hand control. Roebuck slips down, picks up a single. Now he's going to back trip Neighbor. He's going to cover the hips of Neighbor. Long switch by Neighbor. Roebuck over the top. Neighbor's going to elevate. You got to pick up at least one here. Now 2-point reversal by Neighbor. And he's going to cover the hips of Roebuck and pick up 2. Finally, a good job of moving from Cody Neighbor.
I think that's kind of what Cody Neighbor was waiting for, was a scramble situation right there. He was kind of sitting back, getting a feel for things so that he could get in that scramble situation and get a reversal.
Well, he's certainly been very slow and deliberate, much unlike Cody Neighbor. There's an escape by Roebuck. Roebuck back in on a single. 35 seconds left to go. Tell you what, Cody Neighbor, that surprised Cody Neighbor. Roebuck got a 1-point escape and immediately dove in on a single. And we're going to get a stalemate with 25 seconds left. So Cody Neighbor, here's another one of the situations.
We've seen it. We saw it earlier this morning with Patrick Woods. This is the time you're up. You don't have a stall call yet. Get some hand ties here so they can't shoot through your legs. Get pressure on the head.
Right there. Front headlock situation.
Headlock by Neighbor. 13 seconds left to go. Neighbor's going to jump in on a single. Got to be careful here. You're wrestling a legger. 7 seconds left to go. Roebuck trying to scoot himself behind the left side of Neighbor. Neighbor's hanging on for dear life, and he's going to win this match 4-3. So he will advance. He will advance to the semifinals. That wasn't a pretty match, but I'll tell you what, it's a win. And when you get to this position, Zach McCool, a win is a win.
A win is exactly right. A win is a win. You got to do anything you can to get that win to stay on the front side of the bracket.
Well, a shot by Irwin. We're going to move quickly down to mat number 1. We've got Chase Straw from Independence taking on Bradley Irwin from Centerville. And Irwin was in on a double, and Chase Straw had to scramble, got out of it, and scored a defensive takedown on Irwin. So now Straw up with 1:18 left to go in the first period. Straw up 2-0, and that might have been a wake-up call for Chase Straw again. You know, you're here, Independence here, the day number 3, and sometimes you get just a little bit sluggish. You're in a separate bed for the. You're in a separate bed, a different bed for the second night in a row. Sometimes the third night if you came down Tuesday night. So sometimes day 3 it takes a bit of a toll. 47 seconds left and a 1-point escape by Irwin. Straw comes out with an inside wrist tie up, and there's a sweep single attempt by Straw. Now go behind attempt by Straw. Irwin squares him off. Straw has him blocked off. Front headlock now by Straw. Irwin backs out. Back to feet we go. 25 seconds left to go. Irwin 42 and 13. Centerville was at the Benton Community Invite. They didn't bring too many people. I'm not sure if Irwin was one of them. And I can't remember how he placed. But anyway, he's won 42 matches and lost 13. That's 55 matches. That's a boatload of matches. 3 seconds left to go in the first period. And it's going to be 2-1.
We've seen a lot of this out of Chase Straw. Look close in the first period, but then he starts opening it up. Hopefully that's what we see with Straw here.
Yeah, Irwin doing a nice job staying square, not letting Straw get his offense going. And Straw's got to go over to the blood corner. And again, I'm not sure what the situation is, but he's going to get a little treatment there. Waiting in the wings at 170 pounds is Brett Lammers from West Delaware. And then we'll jump right to 180. He will be taking on Tyler Lutz from BCLUW, who is 43 and 2. And then up to 182 with Kyle Fank. He'll be taking on Julio Sanchez from Grinnell, who's a junior at 46 and 5. And then up to 195, Matt McMillan will be taking on Christian Brobst from Sioux City Heelan. He's a senior at 44-2. And then up to 285, Daniel Pike from Monticello will be taking on Kyle Davis from Columbus Junction. He's a junior at 40-3. So a bunch of tough matches. For our area wrestlers. And right now we are sitting 1-1. There's a stand-up by Irwin. This match is tied up at 2-2. Irwin back in on a single. Go behind by Straw.
I think we're 2-1.
Phillips, sorry, thank you, Jamie. You bet. Phillips' neighbor on the winning side. Woods from West Delaware on the losing side. 1:32 left to go. Two apiece. Deuces. So we're going to get official stopping headgear adjustment. And our officials are going to be talking right now. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but they had a few words with each other. 1:21 left to go. Irwin was in on a shot, and Straw tried to hit a go behind on Irwin, and Irwin blocked him off. Right now, they're strawing on a double. Good hip action by Irwin. And right now, Zach McCool, Chase Straw, not able to finish those shots that he usually finishes.
Roger, you'd like to see a stall call here pretty soon. Straw's hit 3 or 4 or 5 shots to about 1. He's got a lot of pressure with, his opponent just sitting there and squaring off and just blocking his hips and everything like that.
There's Chase Straw with that short arm drag. Irwin's going to latch around the waist and around the ankles of Straw. Scramble situation. 39 seconds left to go. Straw leaning back, doing a great job. But I'll tell you what, Irwin's going to wrap himself around the waist of Straw. Straw's got his head up. He's in great position. He's going to sit on his hips, and he's going to lean back into Irwin. 25 seconds left to go. Straw now is going to split the legs of Irwin, cover up the hips. No takedown yet. 15 seconds left to go. Straw with the single on the left side. He's going to pick up that ankle. Irwin with the switch attempt. Good scramble by Irwin. Unbelievable scramble by Irwin. Straw's got to get his head up off the mat. 4 seconds left to go. 3 seconds left to go. And now two-point takedown with a second and a half left. That was huge right there. Straw stayed with it. He's going to take a 4-2 lead.
Once the officials saw that hip kind of bounce out of that scramble situation, that's when he picked up 2 with about 1 second left there. So very nice job of Chase Straw going after it and getting it at the last second. We talked about earlier in the state tournament yesterday that getting points at the end of the periods is very, very good for yourself and for the rest of the match.
Well, you're right. It's huge, and when you got the lead with short time, you got to protect it, and when not sit on it, you got to protect it. And if you don't have the lead at the end of the period, it's a great time to pick up some points. But you got to explode through, and I like what Chase Straw did. He stayed with that shot. Great scramble by Irwin, but Chase Straw stayed with that shot, and it's going to be third period. 4-2 lead for Straw. He's going to choose down. And we're going to get a caution as we reset this. Straw down. Irwin's going to ride the left side of Straw, so Straw can come right back to his feet. Irwin's going to step over to the right side of Straw and put a cross body right in. You wouldn't think Irwin would be a cross body rider, short and stocky as he is, but he puts a cross body right in. Chase Straw catches the right ankle of Irwin. We're probably going to get a stalemate here. No, we're not going to get a stalemate. Irwin puts the leg in. He's got it in deep, and it goes down to the left leg of Chase Straw. Tries to set up a tilt on Straw. Straw goes belly down, head down. Far side power half Nelson now by Irwin. 1:28 left to go. Straw hanging on to a 4-2 lead, and belly down right now, burning some clock. If you Chase Straw, it's a good place to be, but again, you might get dinged for stalling here as Irwin is up on top, cranking and applying a lot of pressure to the left side of Chase Straw.
Roger, we go right back to those leggers that just cover the hips and stay square, though. They act like they're busy, but they're really not busy. They're just riding square on the hips, riding those hips hard. And so I don't like the stall call on the bottom guy and a guy that likes to leg is because they're not doing much up there either.
There's a half Nelson, power half Nelson by Irwin. And Chase Straw really had to pull that off as his right shoulder was posted to the mat. Irwin throws a cross body right back in, and power half Nelson on the left side. Cross body on the right, power half Nelson on the left. And going to get a cotton coming out, or contact or something. Chase Straw's had problems with that contact, and I'm not sure what the situation is, but Straw has to go back to the blood corner. And I'll tell you what, Bradley Irwin has slowed this down. Chase Straw, this is one of the toughest matches we've seen him in this year, Jamie.
Well, it is, and that's kind of what he needs at this point of the state tournament. He hasn't had very many of these tough matches all season long, so a good opportunity here to really test himself and see how he can do in an adversity match.
Well, and this is some adversity. You're up 4-2, but you're wrestling Bradley Irwin, who from Centerville, good program there in Centerville. Irwin got here with a very good win over a very good Trevor McLaughlin from Union LaPorte City. So Bradley Irwin wrestling very well at the end of the season. A sit-out turn-in by Straw. Once again, Irwin catches up with Straw, puts a cross body right in, 27 seconds left to go. Irwin puts a cross body right. Now he puts both legs in. Now working a power half Nelson right back on the left-hand side. Now he's got a chicken wing locked up on the right side of Straw. It's 12 seconds left to go. Irwin out, and we're going to get potentially dangerous there. So Chase Straw saved by the bell, or the potentially dangerous call by our official. 8 seconds left. So Irwin wrestling a very, very good match against the undefeated #1 ranked Chase Straw. Straw will improve on to 52 on the year as he's going to escape, and that's what I'm going to call this, Jamie. That's a 4-2 escape by Chase Straw, but sometimes you need an escape during the course of the state tournament to get yourself refocused.
You do, and that's he did a great job. He held on and won the match, and he's going to get into the semifinals.
Well, we're going to stay right on mat #1, and we're going to have another barn burner. Brett Lammers, the outstanding junior from West Delaware, 40-4 now on the year, 40 matches, winning 40 matches for the West Delaware Hawks. He's going to be taking on Tyler Lutz from BCLUW, ranked in the top 5 in the state through the course of the year. He's 43-2. So, gentlemen, another tough match for our West Delaware Hawks here. Lutz got here with a win over Dalton Folkerts from Albia, who came into the tournament at 54-4. So with these three wrestlers here, Lammers is 40, that's 82, that's 136 wins versus 10 losses. Lutz out early with a long shot. Nice down block by Lammers. Lutz goes to a Kelly. He's going to pick up 2. Lammers is going to elevate Lutz, and that's going to be a 2-point takedown for Lutz early in the match. 15 seconds into the match, and Lutz is going to score a 2-point takedown. And here we go, Zach, another crossbody rider. So Brett Lammers is going to have to do some work here to get himself up off the mat and score some points. 127 first period, crossbody right on the left. Lutz is going to reach down and hook that right arm of Brett Lammers and try to tilt him to his back. Lammers doing a nice job up on all fours. And Lutz, Zach, it looks like Lutz could be very powerful, very strong.
Yeah, he looks very, very tough. Powerful legs, powerful arms here. Really working a lot of hip action with a lot of ties with the arms.
So this will be quite a match here as this progresses. Lammers has to go to the blood corner here, as I think he's got a mat burn right across his right eyebrow. We saw that yesterday when they were warming up. Well, actually, they had a short workout yesterday afternoon. So Lammers has just a little bit of height advantage over Lutz, but Lutz is put together. So Lammers has wrestled people like this before. He's just going to have to use his conditioning and just get after it.
182.
Well, he will, and, that's, like you said, he's got a little bit of a height advantage here, but, you gotta just go to work. You can't sit back and wait till the later part of this match to come back here and try to make something happen like he did, in the last 7 seconds of yesterday's match. So, like to get up, get back to your feet, and go to work on your feet and start building a lead.
All right, Lammer's set. Lutz looks like he's going to ride the left side. Yes, he is. There's going to get a caution against Lutz for starting before the whistle. Lutz has the green leg bands on. Lammer's with the red leg bands on. We're going to have Kyle Fank up shortly, taking on Julio Sanchez from Grinnell, who's 46-5. There's a cradle by Lutz. Lammers is going to work his way out of it and pick up a 1-point escape. Nice hand control by Brett Lammers. Now an underhook to the right side of Lutz. Lutz, I'll tell you what, Lutz is all attack right now. It's like to see Lammers tap and go and maybe shoot that double and get underneath that pressure. Get a caution against Lutz again. Another one's going to be a point for Lammers. Brett Lammers got to be ready on the whistle. There's a nice high crotch by Lammers. Didn't get in quite deep enough. Over under by both wrestlers. Got to be careful here. This is throw or be thrown. Lammers is going to square up. Block Lutz off with his head. 36 seconds left. Lammers is going to get out of the underhook. Short drag by Lutz. Off the edge of the mat they go. Back to neutral. That's good action there, Zach, by both guys.
Yes, it is. We like to see that. A lot of pushing by Lutz right now. You'd like to see him drop down on a low single when he's pressuring forward like that. So hopefully Brett Lammers can get in there and get a takedown.
Well, Lutz has to go to the blood corner. Not sure where the blood's at, but he's getting a sponge bath by one of our trainers from Iowa State as he was wiping off about all the skin that Lutz has exposed here. All right, here we go, 31 seconds. Lammers dropping in on that high crotch one more time, and Lutz blocking him off. Double underhook now by Lammers. Lammers going to snap Lutz down. 23 seconds left to go. Lammers now on the go. This is going to turn into a brawl before it's over. Lammers now working the head of Lutz. High crotch attempt by Lutz. 15 seconds left to go in the period. Lammers off. That's good motion right there. Coach Litterer and Coach Mitch Payton. There's a shot by Lammers in deep on Lutz. Lutz with a down block on Lammers. Lammers has been very good in this position. Front headlock now by Lutz. Got to stay square. Got to control that elbow. 4 seconds left to go. Don't want to give up two here, Brett Lammers. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to do it. 2-1 lead for Lutz going into the second period. Let's see. It's going to be Lutz's choice. Let's see what he decides. He's going to defer over to Lammers. And I think Lammers is going to go down. Good choice. And here we go. Second period underway. And here comes a cross body ride by Lutz. Lammers tried to catch it. I think he's got his right heel. He's got Lutz's left heel with his right arm. He's got to get himself back up on all fours. 1:47 left to go. Second period underway. Lutz clinging to a 2-1 lead. Lammers right in this match. And again, Brett Lammers has wrestled very, very well. Now Lammers up. He's going to buck Lutz off the top. Lammers is going to pick up a 1-point escape as he clears Lutz. Lutz comes up to his feet with the 2-on-1. Lammers with a high crotch.
Finish.
Let's see if he can finish it. He left his arm behind. Boy, you got to be in great position here. Lammers still trying to cut the corner on Lutz. Lutz has the left arm of Brett Lammers. Lammers has the right leg of Tyler Lutz. No points yet. Lammers has got to find a way to get himself off the edge of the mat. And Lutz might pick up a 2-point takedown. Lammers has got to hang on to that right ankle of Tyler Lutz. 1:05 left to go. Let's get a stalemate here. Lutz now trying to climb up the body of Lammers. Lammers still clinging to that right heel of Tyler Lutz. Now Lammers with the high leg over him. Let's see if he can turn this into 2 on the scramble. Lutz is going to get his hips up, and we're off the edge of the mat. No, we're not. Don't give up 2 on the edge. Great scramble.
Got to finish and can't leave your arm back like he did. He hit that high crotch and a great shot by Lammers, but again, like Zach said, he left his arm back and Lutz grabbed a hold of it.
Lammers now faking a shot or two. 43 seconds left. There's Lutz with a duck under on Lammers in deep. Lammers with the down block. Lutz is going to go to a short Kelly. He's going to pick up no points yet. Boy, Brett Lammers has got to get out of the way here. He's going to give up some back points. He had to go belly down here. Lutz now with a butcher on Lammers. Circling to the right of Lammers. Lutz now picking up some back points on Lammers. Lammers is going to go to his back with 22 seconds left here. Lutz climbs the body of Brett Lammers, puts in the double spur. And Lammers is going to try to roll through now. A headlock by Lutz. 13 seconds left to go in the second period. Lammers fighting off his back. Boy, that went from something good to for Lammers. And we're going to get blood time for.
It's going to be a 4-point near fall.
Lammers bleeding. And Coach Mitch Payton up talking to our official. Lammers with that cut open above his right eye. And Tyler Lutz, that was a flurry right there. Lammers went from scoring to possible scoring to giving up a whole bunch of points. Down on mat number 2, while Lammers takes care of that cut on his eye, we got Kyle Fank taking on Julio Sanchez. And Fank's going to start early with the 2-point takedown. That was a 4-second takedown. And right next door, Jamie and Zach, we got Matt McMillan taking on Christian Brops from Sioux City, Heelan. So we got 3 of our area guys going. And it's a good thing they are close by.
McMillan still waiting to go as Fank is underway. As you mentioned with that quick takedown at 195, Matt McMillan from Independence. He's taking on Kristen Brobst from Bishop Heelan Catholic. He's a senior at 44-2. McMillan a sophomore at 40-9. So
Kyle Fank has a butcher in on Sanchez. Fank may pick up the fall here. Sanchez wiggling back and forth underneath. He's going to pick up a 3-point near fall off that very, very nice butcher. Cross-face far arm, and he just picked up the near ankle, the left ankle of Sanchez, and launched him to his back. And Brops out early with a throw on McMillan. McMillan finds the white ring. So this Brops is very physical, gentlemen. McMillan physical, but there's Brops in on a double. I'm telling you what, that looked like Jamie. That looked like a linebacker tackle there. Brops, I'm sure a very good football player for Heelan. He's going to throw McMillan to his back. We haven't seen this all year. Matt McMillan on his back. There's the fall. Christian Brops in 30 seconds.
Second period over with Brent Lammers. And Tyler Lutz, it's 8-2. Lutz is going to choose down to start the third. Lammers trailing 8-2.
That was some physicality by Brops, pinning McMillan in 30 seconds. So Matt McMillan will get thrown to the backside. Kyle Fank, Turkian on Sanchez. He's going to pick up 3 more. And he's going to go up 10-1. That's a 3-point near fall. Kyle Fank all over Julio Sanchez. And the first period's going to come to an end. Great first period by Fank. And Julio gets up and wonders what Tornado from Independence just clocked him in that first period.
So Lammers back to action here. It's 8-2. Lutz up to his feet with 1:35 left to go. So Brent Lammers has got to make some magic happen like he did yesterday. He trails 8-2 here in this match. Quarterfinal round against Tyler Lutz. Tyler Lutz from BCLUW.
And Jamie, Brent Lammers with that great shot. You go from scoring a takedown and taking the lead to finding yourself in a hole. A 5-point move by Lutz.
6-point move.
6-point move. You find yourself in a hole, and you talk about things being close. Inches, Woods inches, Lammers inches, but that's the state tournament. 1-point escape by Fank, 2-point takedown. He goes up 13-1, and with a 3-point near fall, this match could be over. Fank working on a technical fall, taking on Julio Sanchez. 1:01 left to go. Lutz down. Lammers up on top riding. And we're going to get a restart. So Zach and Jamie, if you're Brent Lammers, you got to hope for some sort of, I don't know what, you're on top riding. You got to get some sort of, you need some back points. Right now, it looks like a pin's going to be the only thing that's going to win the match.
Yep, you got to try anything you got here. Create something, create some magic. That's basically the only thing you can look for.
Fang goes back to work on that Turk. He's not going to pin Sanchez with it, but that's going to do it. It's going to be a technical fall. 16-1. Kyle Fang, tech fall. 16-1, so he will advance to the semis. 22 seconds left. Brent Lammers finding the going. And going to get a stalemate. How about stalling against Lutz underneath? Lammers working the crossface, trying to work something to throw Lutz to his back. 18 seconds left. And Lammers going back to work on Lutz. Lammers driving his head into the ribcage of Lutz, trying to set up a drive cradle, near side cradle on the right side of Lutz. Going to get stalling against Lutz. 1 point for Lammers, 8-3. I'm telling you what, that was Brent Lammers in the third period. Tough loss for Lammers. So we will see Lammers on the back side as Tyler Lutz picks up an 8-3 win over Brett Lammers. And gentlemen, tough going here.
It was. We got Daniel Pike coming up, but I tell you what, that was a tough day, tough first round.
This is really the gut check right here, fellas. You get beat in the quarterfinals. So what? It's a gut check. How bad do you want it? You've heard that slogan at West Delaware quite a few years now. But that's really what it comes down to: is how bad do you want to get on that podium for your next round? It's tough coming back from a loss, but at the same point is you got to flush it, get rid of it, and now come back and get as high as you can.
Yeah, and you're talking about guys that lose in this round. Jamie, you've talked about that before. Patrick Woods losing, and now you got to come back against somebody that hasn't wrestled, that's coming in fresh, and that's right. That's a mental check right there.
It really is, and now you got to that next match that's the important one. I mean, we talk about it every year. We see it every year. See a lot of good kids on the front side get beat, go back onto that backside and wrestle someone who hasn't wrestled yet today, and that's a tough round to be in.
Well, we've got Daniel Pike on deck, and he will be on the next open. He'll be on the next open mat, and we'll try to spy that, see which mat it will be on. It appears that it might be right in front of us, but as we wait for that, let's do a short recap of our first round this morning. Not a very pleasant round, but a first round on paper. Patrick Woods losing a very hard-fought match to Brock Rathbun. Somewhat controversial match, I'm going to say. 6-4 in overtime. At one point, Woods was up 3-0, and Rathbun came back with with what he had to do to win that match. So Patrick Woods, we'll see him in just a little bit. Sam Phillips with a very, very nice 5-2 win over Parker Withun from Rolling Story, Sioux City. So Phillips punched his ticket to the semifinals. We'll see him later tonight. Weight class 138, Cody Neighbor also with a very tough, hard-fought 4-3 win. So Beckman Catholic Blazers will have a semifinalist in Cody Neighbor. 145, Chase Straw also in a close match. Straw winning 4-2 over Bradley Irwin from Centerville. So he will wrestle tonight in the semifinals at weight class 160. We will have Jake Voss from West Delaware with a wrestle back. We'll have his opponent. Jamie is spying the stats. We'll have Voss's opponent here pretty soon. He'll have that for you in our recap. 170, Brett Lammers, you just heard that, losing 8-3 to Tyler Lutz from BCL UW, 8-3. And then at 182, Kyle Fank winning by a technical fall. Kyle Fank from Independence. He just upped his record to 51-1 on the year with the technical fall over Julio Sanchez. And then Matt McMillan, the outstanding sophomore from Independence, losing by a fall to Christian Brops from Sioux City Heelan in 30 seconds. Brops came out with a double underhook and launched McMillan to his back. So that's how our morning has gone. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had some excitement, we've had some emotions. But that's, Jamie, that's semifinal, that's quarterfinal and semifinal round wrestling here.
Oh, it certainly is. And, you just, like Zach said, you gut check, you got to bounce, you got to see how bad you want to continue to move forward in this tournament, or do you want to lay down and die here in this next round, in this backside round after getting beat. So you got to make a choice here. You want to bounce back, come back, and we'll see some wrestlers coming back and trying to do that. We're going to have Daniel Pike up as he is moving over to mat number 2. So we'll have Daniel Pike over there for Monticello.
Logan Linderbaum from Solon, Jamie, who Richie Heverin beat in the WAMAC semis, is up 2-0 on Dalton Lape from North Fayette Valley. So kind of spy that. We've got some North Fayette Valley fans in the north end of our listening area. And Linderbaum is going to throw Lape to his back. Lape tried to roll through, side roll, and Linderbaum almost had Lape on his back. So we'll spy that. We've got some North Fayette Valley people in that northwest sector of the listening area. And Linderbaum is going to go optional start while we wait for Daniel Pike to put on his red leg bands. The Monticello Panther taking on Kyle Davis from Columbus Junction. Between these two, Pike is 37-3, Davis is 40-3. So we've got 77 wins against only 6 losses. So an outstanding couple of heavyweights, and neither one of these guys are heavyweights. Columbus Junction, coached by Johnny Siegel. Tell you what, he's been coaching wrestling for 40 years. He's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame on Saturday night. He deserves it. 40 years of coaching wrestling in the state of Iowa. That right there deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. All right, here we go. 1:20 left to go. Kyle Davis wearing that all-blue singlet with the white piping around the armpits. Pike wearing that Monticello gray singlet with the red and white piping. Pipe now in on a snatch single. And Davis plants that right leg. And Pike not able to lift that single up. 52 seconds left. They're going to move right into our 3A wrestlers, gentlemen, at 106. So they've started 3A on mat number 4. So this is going to be fast and furious. Pike with the tap and go again, looking to attack that right side of Kyle Davis from Columbus Junction. Davis trying to hit a throw by on Pike. Pike doing a nice job. Daniel Pike has some very quick feet, so he's going to need him in this match against Davis. Again, Pike 37-3, Davis 40-3. There's Davis dropping in on a single on Pike, and Pike just needs to plant his right foot. Again, typical heavyweight match up to this point. A lot of pushing and shoving. And no penetration yet on either wrestle. Throw by attempt by Davis. There's Pike now trying to reach down and pick up that right leg of Davis one more time. And we're going to go to the second period scoreless. Pike wearing the red leg bands. Let's see whose choice it's going to be. The disc is going to fall to the green side. Davis is going to defer over to Pike. Davis will defer over to Pike, so Pike in great position right now. And we'll see what Davis decides to do on top of Pike. Pike tries to hit a long switch on the whistle. Now a side roll by Pike. And Davis, I'll tell you what, he's been working on that, Zach, because that was nicely countered. 1:49 left to go, second period. Daniel Pike going down as Davis deferred over to Pike. Logan Linderbaum with a 2-point takedown on Dalton Lape. Back to action we go. There's a 1-point escape now by Pike, so he takes the early lead. He takes the early lead by a score of 1-0. 1:21 left to go in the second period. So Pike now back working on that single. He's got that leg of Davis. Let's see if he can pick it up. Davis in a hard down block. Pike underneath Davis. Pike had that single loaded up, and Davis did a nice job with the down block. Davis now on top of Pike, grabbing that left heel, and we're going to get a stalemate. Boy, great sweep single by Pike, Zach, and he didn't get that. If you're going to shoot underneath the heavyweight, you can't stay underneath very long.
That's right, and shooting kind of square on right there. A lot of pressure on you. It's pretty tough to get a takedown on big heavyweights there. You got to continue to create angles to side instead of straight on.
Daniel Pike is such an unassuming 285-pounder. If you look at his body and his build, very unassuming. I'm telling you what, he can wrestle. He's very good on top. He's going to throw the legs in. When we see him on top, I'm sure Davis will choose down. So I would expect a cross-body ride from Daniel Pike when he goes up on top, and very, very good with them. He's a good scrambler underneath. Linderbaum now up 7-3 on Dalton Lape from North Fayette Valley. Lape trying to go double underhook on Linderbaum. Going to go stalling the call against Linderbaum. Lape's got a throw locked up with 5 seconds left. 10 seconds left to go, second period, 1-0. Daniel Pike from Monticello trying to join the company of, there's a high crotch by Pike, and Pike works his way out of it. Boy, that would have been just disastrous for Daniel Pike.
He slipped right there. Fell to the man, almost got behind him there. Pike just about got taken down on the last second once again at the end of the period.
Here comes Pike. He's got a cross body ride on Davis, and I'm telling you what, if you're a heavyweight and you haven't experienced a cross body ride, Daniel Pike is very good. He put the legs right in on Davis on the right side, and he's got a chicken wing now on the left side. Chicken wing on the left side, inside wrist on the right. He's cranking Davis. He's got the shoulder planted. Settle in, sag in there, post that shoulder, and Davis is going to work his way out of the wing, and we're going back up. Pike dives in on a single. Now you got to pop your head out. Davis sitting on his left cheek. Daniel Pike trying to get his head up. And again, the one with the head up is going to win the scramble. We're going to get a stalemate, saved by the whistle right there.
Right there, Roger. Something that Pike didn't do a nice job of was putting a lot of pressure on the head. He allowed the head to pop up to loosen up the grip on that chicken wing. If he would have kept that pressure on that head, he would have obviously got some back points.
And here we go. Pike trying to throw the cross body right in on Davis. Now Pike steps inside of Davis. Locks around the head, trying to set up the chalice. He steps inside the left leg. Now he goes around the head and under the arm. I'll tell you what, Daniel Pike may end up giving up 2 here. He's got to stretch him out, Zach. You got that leg in, you got to stretch Davis out, and we're going to get a stalemate again. Boy, oh boy, and I don't think our Columbus Junction wrestler coaches like the stalemate there, but Daniel Pike will take a stalemate right there because we're under a minute, 59 seconds left.
Burning some clock right here, Roger, which is good to see. At the same time, he's got to be careful. Oh,
he steps in. He's got a banana split on Davis. There's the fall. Daniel Pike, we talked about it. I'll tell you what, the banana split. Daniel Pike throws a cross body right in, latches around the opposite leg, rolls Davis through with a banana split.
A heavyweight.
At a heavyweight.
I haven't seen that.
That's going to be a fall in 4. I didn't see it. 5. That's going to be a fall in about 5:35 for Daniel Pike, winning by a fall. I tell you what, if you're a heavyweight and haven't experienced the legs, Daniel Pike, when he throws them things in, I tell you what, he can be very deadly with them, and we saw it right there. He rolled Davis through onto his back, stacked him up, got the fall, and Daniel Pike punched his ticket to the semis. There you have it.
That was impressive by a heavyweight right there. Very impressive.
Well, I'm going to send my book down to Mr. Jamie Vasky. He's got a recap for us. You got matches set up for our wrestlebacks or not? Or do you want to take a break first?
I do.
You decide.
We're ready.
Okay.
We're ready. Weight class 113, Patrick Woods from West Delaware losing on the front side in that quarterfinal round. He'll move to the backside and take on Samuel Clarenbeek from Boynton Hall, Rock Valley. At 126 pounds, Sam Phillips from West Delaware is in the semifinals. He will take on Brady Jennings from Osage in the semifinals tonight. At weight class 138, Cody Neighbors in the semifinals. Cody Neighbor will take on Max Thompson from Union LaPorte City in the semifinals later tonight. At 145 pounds, Chase Straw from Independence with a win in the quarterfinals. He will now wrestle in the semifinals. He'll take on Chase Schultz from Creston in the semifinal round tonight.
And Jamie, did they meet in the duel? I think they did.
At weight class 160. Trying to pull up the rest of the brackets here. Weight class 160, Jake Voss from West Delaware. On the backside, he will take Clark. He will take on J.J. Clark from Clarinda on the backside. At weight class 170, Brent Lammers moves to the backside after losing in the quarters. He'll take on Zach DeJager from Western Christian on the backside. At weight class 182, Kyle Fank from Independence is in the semifinals. He'll take on Joe Teague from Algona in the semifinals. Matt McMillan bumps to the backside. He will take on Reed Dreyer from Humboldt on the backside. And at heavyweight, I'm not sure, are those heavyweight matches done? They are. Daniel Pike from Monticello, a winner in his quarterfinal round match. He'll take on Mario Pena from Hampton Dumont in the semifinals later tonight. We have a short break here as we are waiting for Dylan Ganson from Western Dubuque at weight class 152. So we will have about a 10-15 minute break here before we see Dylan Ganson. So stay with us. We'll be back with more wrestling. You're listening to State Wrestling coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH. And we're ready to go. Patrick Woods up on mat number 8 as he is taking on Samuel Clarenbeek from Boyden Hall Rock Valley. And Patrick Woods out to a quick takedown. Great job by him. Like to see Patrick rebound from that loss, guys.
Well, it's do or die time, Jamie. You lose here, you are done. Your career is over as a West Delaware Hawk. And I'm telling you what, that would be a bad way to leave the program as a state champion, and then your senior year not place him. But he's got a chicken wing now on Clarenbeek, and he's going to ride Clarenbeek to his back. Double chicken wing now. Clarenbeek's going to try to roll through. Woods is going to try to readjust. The chicken wing is going to pick up 2 near fall and go up 4-0. Oh, they gave him 3. Outstanding job. They gave him 3, so Woods is up 5-0. Front headlock, knee tip, 2-point takedown, chicken wing, 3-point near fall, 5-0 lead, Zach.
That was very quick, 3 points near fall right there. I didn't think he got the 5 count, but very nice job by Patrick Woods coming out here aggressive. Looks like he wants to build his way up to the top of the podium as far as he can go, and that's a 3rd place finish.
I'll tell you what, this Clarenbeek has put together. He's a physical specimen for Boyden Hole, Rock Valley, the Rockets, way up in northwest Iowa. But here's a double chicken wing by Patrick Woods. He's got Clarenbeek locked up. Let's see if he can crank him over. He's got 48 seconds. Here comes a double chicken wing. Woods has Clarenbeek locked up in the double chicken wing. This could be a fall. End it right here, Patrick Woods. Sit through with that textbook double chicken wing. That's mental toughness right now. He's got it locked up. Slap the mat, Mr. Official. Sit back there. Slap the mat. It's over.
What's he looking
Signed,
for?
sealed, and delivered. Come on, settle in there. It's almost too tight. He's going to load it up one more time. Clarenbeek to his back. That could be a fall. There's the fall. 138. Patrick Woods will win by a fall in 138. That's mental toughness. That's physical toughness. Patrick Woods, if you could see over there, he looked at Clarenbeek when Clarenbeek came to the check-in table, and he kind of did a double take. But I'm telling you what, this wrestler from Boyden Hole Rock Valley, 41-3. I'm not sure that he's been in that situation before, but that's Patrick Woods, textbook Patrick Woods, front headlock, knee tip, 2-point takedown, double chicken wing for the fall. Woods will move on. We'll see him again later tonight, I think, Jamie.
Yep.
And now he's got to keep it going for that 3rd place finish.
He does, and you see these kids that lost in the quarterfinal round or in the first round coming back. I talked to Jake Voss last night before the 1A session, and he said he's ready to go. He was in great spirits, which you like to see, and he said he's coming back for 3rd. And that's what you got to do. That's the attitude you have to take into it.
Well, I believe Woods now is guaranteed a medal. I think there are 8 wrestlers left in each weight class now, so Patrick Woods is guaranteed a state placing. Clarenbeek will leave the Rock Valley program 41-4 on his senior campaign, and I'll tell you what, that's an amazing record to be a state finalist or not to be a state placer. But it's, again, we talked about the side of the bracket you're on. It all depends, and crazy things happen.
It is, and so now we have a break. Sam Phillips in the semifinals tonight against Brady Jennings from Osage at 138 pounds. Cody Neighbor from Beckman is in the semifinals tonight against Max Thompson from Union. Chase Straw in the semifinals against Chase Schultz from Creston tonight. At weight class 160, we'll have Jake Voss. He's taking on J.J. Clark from Clarinda coming up here in just a little bit. We also have Brent Lammers from West Delaware. He's taking on Zach DeJager from Western Christian Unity Christian. That'll be later today. And Matt McMillan from Independence is on the backside, and he will take on Reed Dreyer from Humboldt on the backside. So we'll have those guys. We'll have another pretty long break as we're still at weight class 113, waiting for weight class 160, so we'll send it back to the station, get some more songs on there. Janelle doing a great job spinning those tunes for us this morning as we're enjoying every song that she's been playing for us this morning. So we'll send it back for that and come back for Jake Voss, Brent Lammers, and Matt McMillan right after this. You're listening to state wrestling coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH. And welcome back in. We are set for action. Jake Voss taking the mat for West Delaware on mat number 6. He's taking on J.J. Clark from Clarinda. Clark is a sophomore at 42-7, and Jake Voss, a senior for West Delaware, at 40-5.
Well, Jamie and Zach, we talked about it already. Do or die time. West Delaware has high hopes of taking 4 medals home, and Jake Voss now has got to get going here, taking on a very good sophomore from Clarinda. Tell you what, a very, very well put together sophomore from Clarinda. 1:25 left to go. First period just underway. There's a nice single by Voss. Let's see if he can backtrip Clark. Clark in on it. Voss got to cut across to a double. He's going to backtrip. Nice job. That's a nice job, Zach.
That was textbook right there by Jake Voss. Very nice job.
Got in on that single and stayed with it. We thought he might cut across to a double, but he stayed with the single and backtripped Clark. Took him down to his backside, picked up a 2-point takedown to go up early, 2-0, 55 seconds left to go. Now Jake Voss very good with that ball and chain on the left side. Clark knows that. Clark has that inside shoulder, that right shoulder posted to the mat. Voss is going to try to work a wing on that right side. He's got his head right in the side of Clark. Now he's going to run the head of Clark. He's got Clark on his back, picking up some near fall. Let's see if he can load this up. Clark's going to roll out, but it's going to be a 2-point near fall for Voss. That's a nice tilt. He goes up 4-0, 28 seconds left to go. Here's where Jake Voss is very, very good on top, controlling hips, controlling arms, and he's very, very good with that ball and chain.
Absolutely. He's got to continue to work that ball and chain series, continue to get back points and build his lead.
Coach Jeff Voss in the corner along with Coach Chris Lenz. And special moment, Jake Voss trying to come back and get that third place medal. But again, when you lose that first round match, you got to come back and win, I think, 5 matches. And he's got one down with a fall over Ryan Woods from Osage. J.J. Clark standing in his way right now. First period over. First period over. Voss is going to be up 4-0. It's going to be his choice, and he's going to go down.
We're going to have Brent Lammers coming up on mat number 7 as he is taking on DeYager. So Lammers and Voss will be going at the same time. Lammers taking on Zach DeYager from Western Christian.
Okay, tough match that will be. Voss with an inside stand-up, an inside trip attempt by Clark. Voss now short sit. Voss clears his hands. Now to a stand-up. He's going to split the hands of Clark. Hips are out. Zach McCool talked about how important it is when you come to that stand-up to pop those hips, get some clearance. Nice hip heist by Voss. He goes down block on top of Clark. Now hard cross face by Voss. He's going to pick up the ankle and try to cut behind Clark for a 2-point reversal. He picks up the 2. And Jake Voss out to a nice start here, 6-0, 1:25 left to go, second period. And we're going to get blood time. I'm not sure who it is. Must be J.J. Clark. So, Jamie, got Brent Lammers taking mat number 7.
Yep, taking on Zach DeYager. DeYager coming into this match now, going he is now 1-1 on the tournament. He's 37-6. Brent Lammers is a junior at 40-5. DeYager a senior for Western Christian. And here's Lammers in on a high crotch. He's got to finish again. We saw him in a situation in his quarterfinal round match where he got in and wasn't able to finish, and now DeYager trying to come around the backside. He lifts up the ankle of Lammers. Lammers is going to cover and pick up a 2-point takedown. Nice job there by Brent Lammers.
That was all strength, Jamie Vasky and Zach, because Brent Lammers was in terrible position, and he picked up the 2 on that. Back to action in front of us. Voss trying to work that tilt on Clark off the edge of the mat. We're going to have to go back to the middle.
And there's Lammers with a tilt. He's picking up near fall. I believe he's going to get 2 for sure. And now the rep, he might get 3 out of this as our official didn't start counting up, just 2. A 2-point near fall for Brent Lammers. And he's going to go up 4-0 now with 48 seconds left to go in this first period. Lammers trying to load that tilt once again. He's picking up near fall points. Hey, just a 1 count. 2 1 counts now. Now he's picking up near fall as DeJager trying to fight off his back. Lammers should get 2 more near fall. Our official starting to count again. 30 seconds left to go in this first period. Now Lammers gets high riding, and DeJager's going to cast himself around. No points yet as Lammers trying to re-switch and come out. We're going to get potentially dangerous. Lammers is up 6-0 as we get a fresh start. 21 seconds left to go, first period.
Jamie down in front of us. That's going to be a 1-point escape by J.J. Clark. So the score now is 6-1, and we're going neutral with 37 seconds left to go in the second period.
You know, Jamie and Roger, I see the same type of West Delaware wrestler out there. A lot of ball and chain moves by both Lammers and Voss.
We're going to get a 1-point escape as DeJager tried to had a switch attempt on Lammers. Lammers re-switched as they go out of bounds, but a 1-point escape, so it's 6-1 here in favor of Brent Lammers. 7 seconds left to go, first period.
Jake Voss with a sweep single on Clark. He's going to pick up the 2. He keeps the far arm and dumps Clark to his back for a 2 count. That's a 4-point move. It's now 10-1, and the second period is going to be over. A great period for Jake Voss.
First period over with Brent Lammers and Zach DeJager. DeJager's going to defer over to Lammers. Lammers is going to choose down to start this second period, leading 6-1.
J.J. Clark from Clarinda will be his choice to start the third period, and he's going to go neutral. Now, if you're Jake Voss, you got to stay out of the throw, Zach. You're up by 9 points. Only thing that's going to beat you is something thrown to your back. 1:48 left to go. Good hand control by Voss. And there's a sweep single attempt by Voss. Front headlock by Clark. And Voss is going to surrender the 2. And here comes a cross body ride by J.J. Clark.
Lammers is going to come up and face DeJager. No points yet as Lammers started down. He's trying to work a inside leg cradle. He's got a 2-point reversal, looking for near fall as he's trying to run that cradle. Now a leg Turk by Lammers, and he's going to try to Turk DeJager over. He leads at 8-1, 1:15 left to go in this second period. Our official looking close to start counting near fall. There it is. He's counting near fall for Brent Lammers. He's going to get a 2 count. So Lammers will get 2 and go up 10-1. 1 minute left to go in this second period.
I think Jake Voss just got dinged for stalling. It's now 10-4. I don't understand that call at all. J.J. Clark up on top with a hard drive of Jake Voss. Coach Jeff Voss out of his chair saying, hey, you got to get up. But again, Clark is riding parallel here, gentlemen. And, you got to get off to the side.
Brent Lammers picking up his 2-point near fall, and he's going to get a 1-point stalling call now. He's going to go up 11-1 with 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Potentially dangerous. 29 seconds left to go. Second period, Brent Lammers up 11-1.
32 seconds left to go in this match. There's a sweep single by Voss. He's in deep. Got to be careful here. Don't want to get thrown. J.J. Clark trying to load up a throw on Jake Voss. Voss has a single leg up, and he's got it up high. Good position to be. Well, that was scary. You could just see him go a double underhook, elevate. That Rico Ciparelli throw to the back, that would have been deadly. Clark now trying to go upper body on Voss. 13 seconds left to go. Voss with a nice snap down on Clark.
Stay low here, Jake Voss.
10 seconds left to go. 11-4 is your score. 8 seconds. There's a sweep single by Voss. He's in deep one more time. He's going to get a takedown here, I think. Maybe. There's a 2-point takedown. 13-4 major decision. I don't think they gave it to him. Yes, they did give it to him. Voss will win by major decision. So Voss will be a medalist. We just don't know which one. So an outstanding job there by the senior from West Delaware.
Lammers goes to the blood corner. Get that cut over his eye retaped. And he's up 11-1 with 29 seconds left to go in this second period. As we will have Matt McMillan from Independence coming up shortly.
182-pounders. Mitchell Spindler, Williamsburg. Miriam Peterschmidt, Midbury Wellman. Spindler and Peterschmidt up on Matt.
As we have had a request here to cover the wrestlers from Olwine as they are in the upper weights at weight class 182 for Olwine. Chase Reising, is on the backside. He's up right now taking on Gabriel Rangel from Davenport Assumption. Reesing lost in the first match by fall. He then came back and won his first round consolation 8-5. So he is taking on Gabe Rangel. Also from Owine, Zach Lamphere. He is on the backside and still alive. He'll be up shortly. He's taking on Jared Keenan from Grinnell. And at 220 from Owine, Travis McMillan was eliminated from the tournament yesterday with 2 losses. And here's DeYager in on a takedown on Brent Lammers as we started neutral. It's going to make it 11-4 here in favor of DeYager. I believe it's 11-4. There it is. 11-4, 1:30 left to go. Lammers underneath, but leading 11-4, 1:30 left to go, third period, excuse me.
That was a very nice double by DeYager. He got in deep, and Lammers did not have anywhere to go.
Now wrestling mat number 4 at 195. Darren Greenfield, Sheldon, South O'Brien, Dylan Fielder.
Nice double leg takedown by Lammers off the edge of the mat. No points though.
He was underneath, so it would have been looking for a reversal, but they're going to give him the escape, and Lammers goes up 12-4, 1:05 left to go in this match. So Lammers in on another shot here. He's got to finish. He's going to come out the back side looking to pick up points. Now he's going to drop down and try to cover the hips of DeYager. DeYager now coming up and getting himself in position to pick points, and we're going to get potentially dangerous. 48 seconds left to go in this match. Brent Lammers leading 12-4. So Lammers, no stalling calls against him, 45 seconds. You don't want to see him be too aggressive here, but aggressive enough where he's not going to give up. DeYager in on a shot on Lammers, 38 seconds left to go. Lammers is going to cast himself over the hips of DeYager, and we've got a scramble situation. Might get a stalemate out of this. 30 seconds left to go. There it is, stalemate. 27 seconds left to go in this match, and Brent Lammers up 12-4. So we go back to the center. Here's DeYager in on another shot on Lammers. Lammers is going to drop him down to his stomach, looking to go around as DeYager still holding onto the leg of Brent Lammers. Lammers trying to come around the backside for 2. DeYager's going to sit to his backside and try to cover Brent Lammers. No points yet as Lammers now getting himself in good position. He gets his head up. 2 seconds left to go. Brent Lammers is going to win that match 12-4, and he will bring home a state medal as well for West Delaware. Brent Lammers, a 12-4 win. Great match by him coming back on that backside.
Over on mat number 5, Jamie, we have Matt McMillan for the Independence Mustangs taking on Reed Dreyer. McMillan finds himself on his back one more time. Reed Dreyer from Humboldt is a senior at 40-6. He's going to pick up 2 for the takedown and 2 for the near falls. So McMillan finding the going a little bit tough in this draw on the backside after a 5-3 overtime win over Seth Maitland from Creston. The sophomore from Independence has found the going get a little bit tough, and he's going to get knocked out of the tournament right there with a fall in 40 seconds. He will lose by fall in 40 seconds. So McMillan will get dumped out, and his sophomore season will end with a record of 43-11. But again, gentlemen, something to build on for next year. Jamie, he got here last year and lost the first 2 rounds. At least this year he came here and won a round. That's something to build on.
It certainly is, as he will come back in his junior season, hopefully, and make another trip to the state tournament. Well, let's recap our Class 2A wrestlers. As we started at weight class 113, Patrick Woods from West Delaware with a 6-4 overtime loss to start this day off against Brock Rathman from Center Point Urbana. Woods then moved to the backside and won against Samuel Clarenbeek from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley, winning by fall in 138. He will move on and take on Shea Swafford in the consolation quarterfinals later tonight. At weight class 126, Sam Phillips from West Delaware is in the semifinals as he won 5-2 over Parker Withun from Roland Story City. He will take on Brady Jennings tonight in the semifinals. At weight class 138, Cody Neighbor from Beckman with a 4-3 win over Kieran Roebuck from Knoxville. Neighbor will be in the semifinals tonight against Max Thompson from Union LaPorte City. At 145, Chase Straw from Independence with a 4-2 win. With a 4-2 win over Bradley Irwin from Centerville. He will move on to the semis and take on Chase Schiltz from Creston. At 160, Jake Voss winning over J.J. Clark's 13-4. Clark from Clarinda. Jake Voss stays alive and will wrestle in the consolation quarterfinals. Brent Lammers from West Delaware in the quarterfinals this morning lost to Tyler Lutz from BCLUW. 8-3 the score in that one. He then came back and just won that match against Zach DeJager from Western Christian. 12-4 the score in that one. At 182, Kyle Fank from Independence with a 16-1 tech fall over Julio Sanchez from Grinnell in the quarterfinals. He'll move on to the semis tonight and take on Joe Teague from Algona. Matt McMillan from Independence losing in the quarterfinal rounds against Christian Brobst from Sioux City Heelan, losing that match by fall in 30 seconds. He then came back on the backside and lost to Reed Dreyer from Humboldt with a fall in 40 seconds. And at heavyweight, Daniel Pike from Monticello with a fall in the quarterfinals in 5 minutes and 35 seconds against Kyle Davis from Columbus Junction. He will move on to the semifinals and take on Mario Pena from Hampton Dumont tonight. Or I guess that's this afternoon session, 3:30 the start of that one. So Pike in the semifinals tonight. We have a score update as Chase Reesing from Oline finds himself behind by 1 point, 4-3. He's taking on Gabe Rangel from Davenport Assumption. 54 seconds left to go in that match. Reesing is down. And over on mat number 8, also from Oline, is Zach Lamphere as he is taking on Jared Keenan from Grinnell. Lamphere is up 4-0 right now. 21 seconds left to go in the second period of that one. So we've got a quick match here. We'll get the end of Reesing's match here. There's just 44 seconds left. Reesing down by 1, taking on Gabe Rangel as both wrestlers fighting for inside tie here. Reesing coming in. He's going to take a sweep single attempt here. Rangel's going to cover the head of him in a front headlock position, looking to score. And unfortunately, Rangel could waste a lot of time here on Reesing. We're going to get a stalemate. 22 seconds left to go. Down here with Chase Reesing from O-line. As we come back to the center, 22 seconds left to go in this match. As Reesing doing a lot of pushing, Rangel just backing up, and there's a stalling warning, and that's going to be 1 point. So this match is going to be tied up between Reesing and Rangel is going to go behind Reesing for a 2-point takedown with 10 seconds left to go in this match, and Gabe Rangel is going to move on with a 6-4 win over Chase Reesing from O-line. So Reesing's season is over, and his career at O-line comes to an end here. Minute 30 left to go on the mat to our left, as that is Zach Lamphere from O-line. He's leading 5-0 with 1:27 left to go, as he is taking on Jared Keenan from Grinnell. So we'll stick with the rest of that match as well for the O-line Husky fans. As Lamphere leading 5-0, a minute 10 left to go. And Zach, he's taking on Jared Keenan, and Keenan really not pushing the tempo here, down by 5 with a minute left to go in this match.
No, you saw earlier Keenan was trying to get in him with some body locks, and he's doing a nice job of staying back, still pushing the pace, even up 5-0.
So 5-0, 57 seconds left to go in this match, and Lamphere leading at 195 pounds. If Lamphere comes out with a win here, he will take home a state medal. As both wrestlers just fighting for position. And underhook now by Lamphere on the left side. And we're going to go out of bounds with 33 seconds left to go. So Lamphere needs to hold on here. Our coverage will continue this afternoon, starting at, I guess we will have the Bobcats here. We're not signing off as we've got the 3A consolation round. So our coverage will continue in just a little bit here, as after this match we'll have a break. As the first wrestler up, and here's a throw by Keenan on Lamphere. Lamphere on his back. This is going to tie the match. 10 seconds left to go. And now Keenan looking for the fall. Not sure he's going to get it, but we are going to go to overtime. A headlock by Keenan is going to tie this thing up, and we will go to overtime. Good thing we stuck around here, gentlemen, for this match, because with 10 seconds left to go.
Jamie, the cheerleaders thought the Owine Husky won that match because the scorekeeper only put 3 points up. Instead, the match is actually tied 5-5, so we got to stick around for another period.
That's what we talked about, guys. Sitting on the lead, you're up 5-0 with 20 seconds left to go, and you get thrown, Zach.
Well, he tried the double or the body lock there to try to throw his guy, and ended up getting thrown himself straight to his back.
Well, you've really got to know the situation and know, you're up by 5. The only thing that's going to beat you is a throw. Now get out of the throw situation. 49 seconds left to go. It's overtime. Lamphere from Owine trying to be a medal winner at weight class 195. He's only a junior, so he'll have another senior left. He'll have a senior season left. Keenan from Grinnell is a senior, so he's trying to end his career on a high note. That's one you could taste there, Jamie and Zach. From a coaching standpoint, sitting in that chair, you're thinking, hey, my kid's going to be a placer, and now all of a sudden you go from an opportunity to win it to you're fighting for your life.
That absolutely, slipped through the finger cracks, up 5-0. Now he's in another body lock, trying to headlock and throws him to his back. No points yet here, and that's 2.
Nice job. Way to overcome that adversity by Lamphere. And Zach Lamphere is going to move on. He's going to win that 7-5 in overtime. He got that takedown. He didn't want the pin. He didn't care. He won the match 7-5, and he will advance to stay alive in the consolation quarterfinals. What a match there, fellas.
That was going to be live or die by the throw right there. You almost died by it. You live another day with it. That's throw or be thrown. So Lamphere will move on. Owine Husky fans, you will have a state medalist.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us for right now. We will be back with Austin Hush from Western Dubuque, as he is our first wrestler up, as he will be taking on he will be taking on Levi Azinger from Pella at 132 pounds. Andy Doherty will then take on Joe McGinnis. And then we'll have Dylan Ganson and Max Lyon for you. So stay with us. We'll have a short break here and come back. You're listening to State Wrestling coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.